Reggae Interviews. Word sound power.
This is DJ745 for Reggae Interviews. We are at Mr. Green at Dubwise Cafe on Lady Musgrave Road. It is the spot to be right through from Monday all the way through till Sunday night, where you can get the best vegan food, seafoods, and of course the best music and vibes. I am sitting beside a really talented artist that originally hails from France. He goes by the name of David Cairol. He is of course a traveller. He's a poet, a musician, and a singer. David, how are we doing today?
I'm fine, I'm really good, and I'm really happy to be here for the Reggae Interviews, it's a blessing for me. Yes.
Well, do you know what? I kind of feel that I have to take this opportunity where you have a guitar in hand. Yeah. This is an opportunity that we cannot miss. Why don't we give our viewers a little touch of what David Cairol's music is about?
Yeah. Real pleasure for me. I'm going to play some music.
Okay.
We'll never let I down. Now I say music will always be around. When on the road you feel alone, and there's no one here to guide you, far from your home, lost on the road, yeah. There's something that surrounds you. Now I say music will never let I down. Now I say music will always be around. And I miss you more than the line. I'm riding for you. But my issue, I know you'll find a path for me to get through. Now I say music will never let I down. Now I say music will always be around.
This journey of music that you've been on now for quite a few years, it keeps bringing you back to Jamaica, almost like a magnet pulling. What is it about Jamaica that keeps pulling you back?
I always say that Jamaica is like, it's got a real big antenna that keep us connected,
Yes.
to mystical things, and if you follow the signs in Jamaica, you're in a good way. And I really feel it, I think you can feel it too.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, there's so much connections and so much mystical things and moments on that island. So I'm attracted. I'm loving it. I love the people, the music, the way we share music, and the way people love. When they say the one love, I really feel one love. When it's about Jamaica, it's not a joke. I feel it every day in the music, with the people, and yeah. So I can fight it. It's like going back home every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you've been back and forth to Jamaica quite a few times. I'm sure that there's been challenges, in terms of navigating your way around, because it's quite a complicated sort of network of little streets and alleys and things, especially when you go to maybe somewhere like downtown Kingston. Yeah. But what is your spot in Jamaica? Where is the place that you feel most at home in?
Wow, there's a lot, but I think the first that comes to my mind is Bob Marley Beach, maybe, because I love surfing.
Right, okay.
And I love that place. There's a lot of music on the beach, and I love getting there and chill,
Yes.
But there are so many spots I would love. I love to go. I love St. Thomas, I love Prospect, I love Bath. Okay. I love all these places. I love this part of Portland and St. Thomas, natural things, but also Kingston for the music, for the vibes, for concerts, and so. But I would say Bob Marley Beach because of the beach. I grew up with ocean in my Basque country. I'm native from Basque country,
right? Okay.
And we have mountains and ocean, and I feel this kind of vibe too down there. So I need natural elements to put me energy. To give me energy. Yeah.
So those of our viewers that are not familiar with the location of Bob Marley Beach, it's right next to Wiki Waki.
Yeah, it's in Bulbe. So yeah, Wiki Copa, all these sports are really nice. I love them. Yes.
Yeah. Now we are here to talk to you today because you have just released your debut album. The album is called Verse, and it's an 11-track album. I'm so excited about this new release.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's something for me to release it for. It's a world premiere in Jamaica because it's gonna be released in April in Europe and all over the world. But I wanted to give that premiere to Jamaica, give back something special, because yes, it's a real gift, like I do with the children. Working with the children is something that I want to give, so this is the thing, and to press it here in Jamaica, and to propose it and to show people what I'm doing in Jamaica is something for me.
Yes.
Very special. Yes.
And earlier this year, you recently had a launch for the brand new album, which took place at the French Embassy with the presence of many artists and friends in the music industry. There were some great sort of people, performing on that day, including Medison, Tashe Makeda. You had the legendary Bongo Herman. You had the students from the school that you've been working with. All topped by the legend, or the master himself, Tommy Cowan.
Yes, it was amazing for me. I couldn't believe it would come, to that, that event that we organized with the French Embassy. We did it for the first time 3 years ago. It was smaller, and this time with my PR, Jackie Knight, I'm working with, she said to me, "No, it's gonna be huge," and I couldn't believe all these people coming at the event, and so we shared such a good moment, and I was amazed. I was so surprised, and it was really emotional for me, because it's a real achievement for me to bring all these people together. My people from France, you from England, all these people, and it was so much love in the house. That nice.
Yes. And when you sort of talk about having performed at the French Embassy before, I believe that you are the very first reggae singer to ever perform there.
Yeah. It was the first reggae concert ever at the French Embassy.
Wow.
It never existed before. It was like some classic music and opera and this kind of things, but not reggae music. So I brought, Bob said that he brought the ghetto uptown, when he was at 56. I'm glad to bring back, reggae music, not only uptown, but in the French Embassy, because yes, France is a huge place for reggae music. It's a real platform, and to bring it in Kingston is something for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that the French ambassador, he seemed to be really enjoying the night as well.
He loved it, He learned how to skank and to dance with Babsy Ranch, so it was something I was singing. I saw Babsy and him singing and groove into the music. It's an achievement for me too. Yeah, it was so good. I saw people enjoying themselves, and they really love the performances. Not only me, but the people there, like T-Shy and Medicine. I've got to big them up, because it was great. Yes.
And Bongo Herman, obviously, I feel that you share a very close connection, a close friendship with him. I think when he came on, he was just full of so much energy.
Yeah, he was. He told me that. I saw him maybe two days ago before the show. He said, "I want to play. I got to play." So okay, come over. It will be like an honor for me. He's playing on the album, so that he came there and said, I'm gonna clean the stage. He said, "I'm gonna clean the stage for you." Yes. I said, "Okay, yes, Papa, yes." Yeah. He's like a father or grandfather for me. Yeah, he behaved like that with me. He's very like a protector. Yes. I feel that. I feel this energy. It reminds me of my grandmother, that was a big fan of Bob Marley.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. She was a strong lady and like a revolution lady, and so I feel the same energy with him. I feel comfortable. It's like family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's focus a little bit on the album now. So we know that the album is 11 tracks, and we know it's pressed at the legendary Tough Gong studios. That in itself is such an achievement, because I know that Tough Gong have not been operating the pressing plant now for quite a few years.
Yes.
How did that connection come about to press your album on vinyl here in Jamaica at Tough Gong?
Well, the third thing is that we were talking about distributing my album with Tough Gong International, for US and Jamaica, and so we're thinking about how we can bring the stuff here from Europe, the vinyls and CDs. And at the end I said to myself, well, I'm gonna press it there and so we're gonna do the reverse. We're gonna press it here and ship it to Europe. And so for me to press it at Tough Gong is something very special because it's the Marley studio, and it's also like the achievement of Bob to be independent and press his own vinyls or his own records. So to be here and to press it, it has a political act also, for me, because I work in independent. I've got my own label. I produce everything. So, and at the same time, it's coming back to the source and say, okay, we recorded this album with, so many artists from here, and yeah, we gotta press it here because it's like the circle is done. You say that, yes. So yeah, it's a real thing, a real thing. It's like a goal because I say, okay, I press my album at Tough Gong. It's something for me. But I think maybe as a European, as a French guy, and say, okay, I'm not used to. Maybe for a Jamaican art is different, but for me it's something.
Yes.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. And you've actually recorded tracks there as well, of course, at the Tough Gong Studios, including the newer version of Music that we've just had a great little acoustic of, featuring the St. George's College students as well.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the program that I set up with schools here. So first, I did some songwriting workshops in the schools, and then I talked with a English teacher in France. He said to me, yeah, you have to set up something and exchange, French school and Jamaican school, and maybe be at the songs together. Yeah. And finally we did it. So it was 2 editions before COVID, and this is the third one because we had to stop it.
Yes.
And so I came back to the third one. This is one school from France is my hometown, and the other one is from St. George's College in Jamaica and Kingston. And so and the first edition we were with St. George's too, and we were recording that song. I was recording that song at Tough Gong, and they were there too. And so they didn't know that song really, the St. George's students didn't know the song. They just recorded their song, the song they wrote with the French students. And I was backstage with them. I said, okay, I'm gonna record one of my songs. Do you want to be a part of it? I said, oh yeah. So we're gonna. So they didn't know it. Right. It was like a surprise for them. So I brought them up in the studio, and we recorded like one shot. It was one shot.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, they just learned it 5 minutes and boom, record it. So it was amazing. It was really emotional to record that song because music, I think, is a vector to release yourself, but also to find a way in your life. That was for me and a lot of people here in Jamaica. So it's a tribute to music, and I talk about music like it is God. For me, music is God, and God is music as well because it's talking to you. So it's like a real message for the youth and for me too. Yes. Yeah, to share it with them it was such a real moment that I will never forget because it has a real meaning in life. Yes. Yeah.
And the students, they did such a wonderful performance at the launch as well. Oh, yeah. And you could kind of see the smiles on all of their faces, and I kind of really sort of like what you're doing in terms of twinning the two schools in France and Jamaica to sort of work together. Yeah,
it was hard work, I'm very proud of them because it was scary for them the first time they go in on stage recording something, and they didn't practice a lot. We have like 2 days to practice a little bit, and so they went up on stage and singing it in front of all these people, stars and Bassie and everybody. So it was very impressive for them, and say, no, I can do that. Yes. You're gonna do it. And finally, they managed. They did good. They did great. Yeah, they did great. So I'm really proud of them. I want to thank St. George's and all the students, and also the teacher that was there, and that he is the one that helped me to set up these things this year. So every time it's a real pleasure to work with them, students and teachers there too.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. So somebody that's watching today are watching our little reasoning today, and they've maybe not heard the new album yet because it's so fresh and hot.
Yes.
How would you describe the sound of your music?
It's a real question. I think this is roots music made today. So it's like I think I'm really deep into roots reggae music. I love rocksteady, I love ska, I love reggae, I love new roots too. I listen to a lot. I listen to some of dancehall, but it has to be conscious for me. So this is the main thing. I love clean messages, and because we have to talk to the youth every time. You cannot really something that you cannot sing to a young the young people. But this is for me. This is my way of doing music.
Yes.
So yeah, my music is, I think it's roots reggae music, and it has the sound of today. It means like, we work with some engineers and mastering engineers that make it sound big,
Big, yeah.
But we have the grain and the sound from the foundation, I think.
Yes.
And we have also the sound from these people playing on it, like Chinna, like Bongo, like Sly Dunbar. They have this sound, they are the foundation. So I wanted to stick also with the sound and make it organic. So this is organic music, and also, you can see the sleeves and the cover. It's like about organics, wood and plants, It's not something that I create with Photoshop. It's the real thing.
Oh, wow,
we took a photo, okay? So the artist that set this cover is a friend of mine, and he worked with wood. So he's like cutting the wood, did my face in it, and put some plants to grow behind it. Yeah. So this is the thing. So my music is organic, and I want to. It's the same thing, When you eat something, you have to give back to the source or to the earth, or sometimes you eat a fruit and you put some seed in the earth,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's going again.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So I try to make organic music.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, I know that some of the tracks that are featured on the album include previous singles, things like The Last Bus and Hope Road. For me, they had to be on the album. But let's talk a little bit about the collaboration that you did with Brinsley Ford and VAR, a song called Building Bridges.
Yeah. This one is really something. All the the featuring on this album are I always say that are natural also, because this is some people that I met in real life before going in the studio. Okay. We were friends before, so Building Bridges, with VAR and Brinsley Ford is something, because I met Brinsley Ford in 4 years ago. I was at Dub Club, and he just shot the music video of that he did with still singer David Hines. So we met there, and we became kind of friend, and he moved to my place, and we were hanging out in Kingston all the time, and cruising and doing some music and staying under the whispering tree at Mikosi there, and so doing some music inspiration. And I worked with him too on his album, so we were finding some melodies, composing with him.
Yes.
And I said to him, I want to record something with you. So I've got this song. Would you like it? And so, of course. This is a tune. This is a big tune. So let's go. And at the same time, VAR, the same. I met him the year before that. The first time I came to Jamaica, I met VAR with all the Ideal crew.
Yes.
And so Brinsley was in the studio with me and say, I've got a call from my label. You know VAR, a singer? I say, yeah, of course I know him. And they told me to maybe we could link up. I said, okay, we could link up all together and do the song,
Wow.
So we went to the studio, and it was so natural, and they came with their ideas, and it was done, And this song means so much to me, even the message, but I love the sound of it. It's one of my favorites on the album. Normally I don't say that, of my songs, I don't say that, but this one, something.
That's kind of special connection.
Yes. Yeah.
And there's also a great video to that song, like some of the other previous singles as well.
Yes, we this one was not, supposed to be like this, but we went to visit VAR, at his place in Portland. Yes, and we're having a great time all day long, having some food, and it was really nice, some drumming and music. And at the end of the day, I said, well, we're all together here with Brinsley and him, and my producer, Boss, was there too. So why not doing that music video? And say, we took my phone, and we jump up on a car, and we put Matthew on the top of it.
Right. Okay.
And the driver was we're driving on the bridge, following us, And this is the way we shot it.
The way it shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we had some footage of the studio too, so make it work.
Right. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's always good to hear the stories behind the music and the videos, how it's created. In terms of the newer songs on the album itself, I know that there is a new single called Morphed Faces that I think that you actually premiered at the launch recently. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Morphed Faces. It's quite a deep song. Yeah, it's a deep song. I wrote it first for a friend of mine. It was a folk singer like, Damian Rice.
totally different style, you know. He's like me, you know. We're talking about nature and environment and ecology. So, and he said to me, yeah, I wanna write that song, but it just had like the melody of it. So he sent it to me and said, okay, I've got the vision of it, and said we're gonna set up a dialogue between nature and you. So that's what I wrote. And it's like this man, you know, yeah, sitting down in front of his door and looking around and realizing this. The world has changed, and you see Morphet's faces all around, you know. But not only people, but everything has changed, you know. So it's like a dialogue with the nature, and the nature is telling him that, you know, you have to come back to me, you know, and say I can heal your scars.
Yes.
This is the message. So we have to come back to that, because we don't have time anymore to come back to nature. To nature, right?
Yeah,
This is the time.
Yes.
The time is now. So it's about that. So it has a real meaning for me, and it's deep, and I really love the melody that he composed for that song. It's very melancholic, but at the same time, I feel that in the melody, it's like you feel hope in the melody as well. It won't make you cry, but at the same time, there's hope in it.
Open it as well.
It's like a rainbow.
And I mean, you know, your album is very much like that, in that there are quite a lot of different ranges of styles of actual music on there. So, like, you know, we can sort of go from a song like Morphed Faces to something probably a little bit lighter, like Put the Stereo On.
Oh yeah. This one is a tribute to reggae music and to the sound system and the way I grew up, you know, because I say the way you can see me appear is to put some music on the sound system and to put some reggae music. So yeah, this is about, you know, all these TV shows are crap for me. and educate people.
Yes.
You know, I don't know if you say that like this, but it works. You understand? And so, yeah, music teaching the people reggae music teaching the people how to behave, maybe, and to share love and good energy and positive energy. So, yeah, turn up the stereo and cut off the TV show. And it's lighter, but at the same time, it has a meaning about the way we have to educate our people, our youth. So. But yes, it's dancing song, it's a grooving song. I love it, and we played it with Daisy Johnson, his band, the other night, and they make it groove so good. So it was, yeah.
And I think, you know, when I actually listen to the sounds, I mean, you've touched on some of the elder musicians that have contributed to the project, but there's quite a diverse sort of, like, you know, range of musicians. So, you know, we've got someone like maybe Bongo Herman, or we've also got younger sort of musicians, people like Hector on it as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is, for me, yeah, Hector is like the new version of Bongo, maybe, you know, kind of, you know. I know he's singing his own stuff, but he's a great percussionist as well. And I think Hector is marked a lot of people also in Europe, you know, the band, the Zingfans, you know, is one of them, and we recognize him with his sound and the way he sings. So yeah, it is like the continuation, you say, of the work. So from the elders, and
down a generation.
Yeah, that's it. And also, you know, Bam drumming on the songs. Damian Marley, the drummer, playing on it, and he's a big drummer. So for me, it's the continuation of people like Sly Dunbar or Carlton Barrett.
Yes.
And I'm glad to stick to the foundation and to stick also to the new foundation, because a new foundation for me. They stick to it, but at the same time they are new. So I'm really honored and I'm privileged to play with these people, and I feel really blessed.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
There's also another iconic singer that's featured on the album, who goes by the name of Judy Moat.
Yeah.
Wow.
What a singer, you know. For me, she's the queen, you know. And I was such a big fan of Black Woman, and her voice always doing something to me. It's like goosebumps every time. And I'm so glad that she came in the studio. I didn't know her before. This is the one that I didn't know, but we had some conversation with the producer and sending her the lyrics, because she's very attached to it, and she wanted to know all about my lyrics and the way I wanted to give the message. And so finally she came, and it was a real revelation between me and her and I, because she was like so nice with me in the studio. So there was this session is something. There's some magic, sometimes in your life, and it was. And we became friends. It was not supposed to be, because she had to go. I'm gonna give you some backstage things.
Okay.
She was supposed to go back to her house after the recording session, and Taxi was supposed to come, but he never came. So she came back to the studio, and so she waited like 1 hour. So we had the chance to talk together, and we exchanged a lot of things about our lives, and there was a real connection. So she gave me her number, and then we became friends, and she's like family. She's like my Jamaican mother right now.
And you've got 3 of those, right?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, Valerie, I don't want to make jealous people around me. So yeah, Valerie is the other Jamaican mother, and Yassen from the Kingston Night Market.
Yes.
So I got to, thank them, for the welcome that they gave me all the time. And yeah, this is real love. And I grew up in France with three ladies, my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt. So I felt my Jamaican version. I found my Jamaican version of it, and yes, it's so good to feel their love and to share, And we have some project together with Judy in the future, so we're working on it right now.
Right now, okay.
So there will be more to come with Judy.
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like there's exciting times ahead then.
Yes, I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to talk about it too. But we're working on it. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
In terms of performances, you've performed quite a few times, I believe, here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So I know that you've performed on the Bob Marley Earth Day, and you've also had a chance to perform at the tribute to Dennis Brown at the waterfront as well.
Yeah.
How would you describe those experiences that you're getting?
I think these are the most incredible experiences that I had in my life on stage, because it means not going on stage alone. It means paying tribute to kings of music, and it's like some people. These people inspire me so much. Dennis Brown, Bob Marley, and to get there and sing for them with their musicians too, because I sing with Bob Marley at the Bob Marley's museum. With some of his friends, like Rupert Penta. I think you know him before, and Judy was there on stage with us. It was something, to be there. It was so emotional. I felt really impressed, by all these people around and paying tribute to him there. Yes. And this one's the same, on the waterfront, playing with Daisy that played with him. Christopher also played with Dennis Brown to get on stage with all these great musicians. They are for me that I saw them on the screen before, knowing them. And so when Daisy Jones came to me and said, okay, you're gonna do it, and without rehearsal, and gonna sing on the waterfront, I was so impressed. All these people around and in front of me, and I've got my guitar and said, wow. and at the end, people were singing with me, so wow, it's incredible. So I always talking about this experience to my friends too. So I think they're gonna be bored when I come back to talk about the Bob Marley celebration. I'm gonna talk a lot about it, because it's a real moment. It's like, I was saying that it was a real circle that was done with the pressing at Tough Gong, but this concert was like a circle too, because this man inspired me at first. He was the one that made me know about reggae music and how I connected to reggae music. So to get there, something wow. Something. Yeah.
Well, all I can say is that I've got to give thanks that on that road trip that you did when you were probably a teenager, when you went from France to England. I'm so happy that you mixed up the Terence Trent D'Arby tape for the Bob Marley album. Lenny Kravitz, sorry.
That's funny you said that, because I was listening to Terence.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I was listening to this one. Yeah, but it was Lenny Kravitz.
Okay, Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, but the first time, the first time I was listening to reggae music and to Bob Marley was in England. So yeah, we have connection too.
Yes. Right. Well, look, David, I really give thanks for your time today. I'm so happy that it almost feels like you're sort of like trying to fulfill a dream, a vision that you've got there. And what we're seeing now is the fruits of that dream, in terms of the recordings that you've done, the great musicians that you've worked with. So, I really have got to give thanks to you for, continuing to keep pushing forwards, because I know that it's probably not been a completely easy or smooth road. There's probably been ups and downs, but you've kind of overcome those.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's not an easy road all the time. It has been kind of hard sometimes during the COVID. But finally I'm here, you know, and I want to give thanks to all the supports that I had, you know, during that period. You know, even you, because, you know, I know you were here and we did some good stuff together also, you know. And I always remember people supporting me, and I want to give thanks to you and Reggae Interviews and all the people, yeah. So, yeah, it's an achievement, a dream, but it's also, I think, a tool for me to, you know, to deliver positive message to, as I said, to the youth and to people, you know. So it's also a mean to go further now. I'm at that point that I can spread my message, maybe, you know, how do you say, larger? No, further yeah, than before. So, yes. And yeah, I'm glad. It's a real achievement, and to know that people from Jamaica also, you know, recognize my work and they like it, and we can share music, and yes, wow. Impressive for me, and I'm really blessed. So I want to thank everybody supporting my music and supporting reggae music as well, because we are just a part of it, and we try to connect with the big antenna.
Yes. Well, look, once again, thank you so much for your time today. Viewers, do remember to look out for the new album, which is called Verse. Yeah. It is available on vinyl, so do check out your local retailer, because this is a very limited piece of work, isn't it? There's only, I think, 1,000 copies pressed.
Exactly. So this is the first edition, the first press, so this is like gold for me. So I hope it's going to be gold for you too.
I'm sure it will be. David, once again, we give thanks for your time today. One love.
Give thanks so much, yeah, to all of you. Bless up. Yes.
Reggae Interviews. Word Sound Power.